Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank, and today we're talking about Solana. Solana has been going through some issues, and we're going to talk about it. Unfortunately, earlier today, Solana's mainnet was bumped offline. Basically, what happened was all the validators that were on the network validating the transactions and validating the network were bombarded with information, causing those validators to go haywire and fork, making the network go offline. Now, it's been basically all day since that's happened. Earlier today, basically around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, it's when Solana actually came out on Twitter and let everybody know officially that they were offline. That actually happened maybe even an hour before that, because they said that they were aware of it 45 minutes prior to that tweet, and that happened, or I realized it at 7 o'clock, that's when that tweet came out. So about 8 hours now it's been down. Recently, actually, Solana just put out another tweet about an hour ago saying Solana mainnet beta encountered a large increase in transaction load, which peaked at 400,000 TPS. These transactions flooded the transaction processing queue, and a lack of prioritization of network critical messaging caused the network to start forking. They go on to say the forking led to excessive memory consumption, causing some nodes to go offline. Engineers across the ecosystem attempted to stabilize the network, but were unsuccessful. Lastly, they say the validator community elected to coordinate a restart of the network. The community is preparing a new release, and instructions will be posted in the Discord. So basically, they have come up with a solution to get the network back online. Unfortunately, that's not the solution that you ultimately wanted to happen. You really don't want to have to hard reset the entire network in order for it to be up and running again. But it is what it is. We are where we are. At least they actually have an answer to what's currently happening. The more concerning thing is this is not the only isolated time it's happened for Solana. This has actually taken place a few times prior to this actual instance in itself. Let's go back here. As you guys can see, this happened on September 12th. Solana mainnet beta is experiencing instability. Engineers are investigating the issue. And then again, it happened here on March 3rd. Solana protocol, again, failing transaction across the network. So they've been having some network issues as they grow. If you go back and actually look at the longevity of Solana, it's relatively still an infant in the space. It does have a little bit of time under its belt. So you would have thought that maybe some of these kinks or some of these issues that they're dealing with would have been more ironed out, especially with the backing and the support that it has from institutional investors and or Sam and the rest of FTX. You would have thought that maybe this would have probably already been more than likely ironed out, not necessarily completely fixed, but at least ironed out some, especially with all the technology that they've been promoting and boasting as far as their throughput and whatnot. But it is still what it is, guys. In retrospect, most blockchains have had their issues when you go back and look. Like Ethereum's had issues. ADA's taken quite a while to get done, although ADA did it the right way and took their time before they actually released things. But most blockchains have had their growth issues going forward. And again, as you look at Solana, when you actually look at the life of Solana, it's still a baby in the space. So as it's been doing fairly well throughout its time, it's still going to stumble every once in a while. Unfortunately, this is a hard stumble, and it is very concerning as a large Solana holder. This is not something that votes confidence in your community or in your base. But I do understand as a long-term investor that there are going to be hiccups in the road. Now, again, could things be a little bit better? Could there be more validators? Sure. It's actually not that hard to get started validating on Solana. You can become a validator yourself. And that's probably one of the biggest gripes that a lot of people have, is that it's not as decentralized as people would like it to be. But that's also, a benefit in some ways as well. There's always trade-offs. If you're going to try to grow within this space, there's going to be gives and takes. And Solana has clearly made that give being part of that decentralization factor. They've known that going forward. And to be honest with you, I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, if we had more validators up, obviously things like today probably wouldn't have mattered as much, because there'd be more validators validating the system and backing up the system. But it is what it is. And as we grow in the space, I do suspect that things will get better. Again, I'm a long-term investor with Solana. I do like their technology. So as I'm saying all of this, don't think that I'm trying to just, bash Solana down to the ground. It is what it is, guys. It sucks. I know. I'm necessarily not selling my Solana. right now, even though I'm going to be honest, there was moments throughout today where I was really questioning letting go of the hand that I've been holding on to as far as Solana and I go, and it's in our relationship. But I like this relationship. I believe in the tech. I believe in the people backing Solana. I believe in the platform, especially their NFT platform. I believe they create a use case that is much needed in this space currently, as far as smart contracts go. So I'm going to hold on to my Solana. I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to see this through. Not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I'm also diversified into other contracts as well. So if Solana doesn't fail and it's not the chosen child, I won't be hurt as bad. And again, not financial advice, but I definitely recommend always diversifying just a little bit. You don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket for things clearly like this could take place, and that would suck if all of your eggs were in one basket and this was your only thing that you were counting on. Again, not to say that this won't get fixed and we won't see higher price points. In about a month or two, I do believe we will see higher price points, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there. This was concerning, but it is what it is. That's currently what's happening. Expect the validators to go back online here shortly. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this now to see if anything has changed. Unfortunately, nothing has changed, but that is what's currently happening for Solana. I do think that things will get ironed out. Again, I'm not letting go of my bags just yet of Solana. Even if we come down here to the 200 EMA, I do think that we will bounce quite hard. If you zoom out, again, guys, when you're in doubt, zoom out. You got to look at the bigger picture. Even since the beginning of this current rally, we rallied all the way up 879%. I mean, can you complain about a small pullback? When you're looking at the pullback that we're currently going through right now, we're only down 27%. I'll take that down for that gain all day long. That's a no-brainer. And if you pull back even further, you can see that ever since they've been trading on Binance here, they've made massive gains to the upside ever since they started to where we are. That's 5,396%. If you take the very absolute bottom, if you're fortunate to catch that, to the very absolute top, that's 20,000% gains. I believe in the use case of Solana. I believe there's a space here in the crypto verse for Solana. So I'm just not ready just yet to let go of my bag of Solana. You guys might say, nope, not for me. I wouldn't disagree. I mean, I wouldn't put it past you guys, and I wouldn't fault you guys at all for saying that. Things like this are very concerning. But I do believe that they will develop their technology and they will iron things out in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and just sit back and let it do its thing for a little bit longer. You guys do you. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys found this informative. Let me know what you guys think about Solana down below. Are you going to hold it? Are you going to buy this dip? Are you going to sell it? Have you sold it? What are you doing? If you guys have not, also don't forget to follow the channel, like the videos, and subscribe definitely, because we actually have a giveaway happening on this channel where I'm giving away a 50-inch flat screen TV. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Stay protected, stay blessed, stay in profits. Peace.